Hey everybody, Adam Ant here. I wanted to give an overview of Pet AI, some of the recent changes we've made, and a little bit of background on how the AI works. This overview may go into a little bit of detail, so it may not be appropriate for the casual gamer. But if you're a power gamer, you might find this interesting, and understanding the AI should give you much better control over your pet and an understanding of the behaviors and why they are the way they are. So a little bit of background on AI. All the creatures in Ultima share a base AI, and if you remember the autonomic nervous system from high school biology, it's not unlike that. It controls the core functions of the AI, which are movement and aggression. Other AIs are then layered on top of that basic AI for things like magic creatures. You've got a mage AI, an animal AI, and vendor AI. But the only thing we're going to talk about today is the base AI and movement and aggression. So one of the things that we have on our shards, which is a little bit different than standard OSI, is we add a third speed mode to pets, specifically pets in follow come modes. OSI defines two speeds for all creatures, which is the passive speed, just walking around a bear in the forest, or an active speed. If you were to attack that bear, it switches into active speed, which is usually a little bit faster. On our shards, we have a third speed, which is that speed which is adopted by the creature when they are following their master, and only following their master. They drop that speed back to standard OSI speeds when engaged in any kind of conflict. Okay, so the numbers here aren't terribly important, but the difference is what you'll be looking for. So I've turned on speed debugging on my creature, so let's just take a look, watch the debug messages, and you'll see what I'm talking about. So I'm going to issue an all stop, which exit any sort of follow mode, and you'll see the speed change. So my dragon is now at normal speed, which is 0.25. That's his cap. What those numbers mean aren't terribly important, but that's the standard OSI passive speed. Now, if I ask my dragon to follow me or come, he switches into something in the debug I call lightning speed, which is a much faster pace. And so we can see that in action here. If we start moving, and my dragon follows me at a pretty good clip. Okay, one of the fixes or changes we've made recently is to increase the off-screen follow. Okay, and again, this applies to all follow modes. So the creature used to break off follow if you got a little bit more than a screen away. We've changed that now so that even though I can outrun my dragon, he's still on his way, and he's pretty relentless. He'll keep following me so I can get out of that dungeon quickly and not have to keep going back and looking for him. The movement is also now much more fluid. I've added some smoothing algorithms to the creature movement, so it's less herky-jerky. We were experiencing a lag step every so many tiles. That's gone. So he just moves nicely. While we're here, you'll notice that we've got an ogre lord over there, and I've just set him so that he can't walk, but otherwise he's fully aggressive, and he's already targeted my dragon. You heard my dragon making noise here. We don't allow aggression in follow modes. Okay, so if you're trying to get out of the dungeon and there's 3 earth elementals on you, your pet will continue to follow you and won't engage them because he's following your instructions, right? He's following your commands. All right, so let's look a little bit at aggression. So we've covered the speed changes. The speed changes are dynamic and instantaneous, and they're based on two things, actually. One is the command follow automatically changes the speed. If you were to go in guard mode, for instance, the creature would be following you fast. However, if he is engaged because he's guarding you, he immediately switches back to standard OSI active mode, which is it's necessary. You don't want to, lightning speed pet, beating up other players or other creatures. Okay, so aggression. Let's take a look at what happens in all guard mode. So in all guard mode, you can see that my creature immediately switched back to his normal speed. And engages with the ogre lord and will fight him. If I now ask my creature to come, my pet to come, he will go into his lightning speed and abort his aggression towards the ogre lord and just follow my instructions. So again, this is useful if you're trying to get out of a dungeon. A classic problem is, 1, the pet is too slow getting out, and 2, they tend to get distracted a lot. All that's gone away now. They will absolutely listen to you. So all kill is another one, or all attack is another one that switches out of the fast mode, because that would be unfair. So we automatically reset the speed for attack mode. Okay, so pets mind really well now. One of the other features that we have for our pet AI is aggressor prioritization. So if you have your pet guarding you, and he's guarding you from a bunch of imps, and then all of a sudden an ogre lord pops on the scene and attacks you, your dragon will automatically stop fighting the imps and immediately go after the ogre lord. His reasoning is that he's going to protect you from the greatest threat. So whatever the greatest threat is to you, that's where he will focus his attention. So let's take a look at that. Okay, so we have some imps here. They're going to attack me. I'm the closest one. Now, as you can see, my pet, I told him to stay, so he's gonna follow my instructions to stay. But now I need a little bit of help. So my dragon gets in here to help. And you'll notice one imp has me targeted, the others are on my dragon, but the one that was following me, my dragon was on him. Okay, so let's add that overlord. You'll see the dragon is following around the imp that's following me. Okay, so what we should see here is that the Ogre Lord will attack me because I'm the closest, and then my dragon will immediately come to protect me from the Ogre Lord. So that is the aggressor prioritization. Your pet will always protect you from the greatest threat. Okay, so I think that's pretty much it. We've got the dynamic speed changes for follow mode, so you have a much more fluid and reasonably paced pet. We've got the longer off-screen tracking, and we've got aggressor prioritization. Alright, I hope you found this video useful. That's all. Enjoy.